Ciao ragazzi, eccoci stasera con una nuova chiacchierata per far la conoscenza con un altro dei protagonisti della prossima Red Bull XAlps 2025. Attesissima 12ª edizione della più appassionante gara di I Can Fly al mondo. Quest'anno FIVL con i suoi canali e con il sottoscritto è stata invitata formalmente e accreditata come media press nella competizione. Quindi saremo presenti nei giorni preparatori allo start, durante la gara e poi durante lo svolgimento saremo di nuovo live con i teams, i piloti, gli organizzatori che man mano avranno modo di collegarsi con noi. Ok, siamo pronti? Questa sera non indugiamo oltre, siamo pronti per parlare con...
Hey, I'm Tommy Friedrich, and I'm also part of the Red Bull XAlps in 2025. And I'm really looking forward for a really cool adventure again with my team.
Ok, siamo questa sera con Thomas Friedrich, team Austria 2, 23 anni e con già 2 gare all'attivo. Thank you Thomas for joining us. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, good. So you are already a veteran, already 2 races gone. This is the third race for you in the Red Bull XAlp. Even if you are very young, you already have some experience for the race.
Yeah, so it's my third time. I started with my first race in 2021, where I was 20 years old back then. And yeah, so back then I was the youngest competitor ever. Last time in 2023 I was still the youngest athlete there. This year I don't know if there's any younger athletes. Maybe you prepared better than me. I don't know, but yeah, still one of the younger athletes. But yeah, right now I'm flying since yeah, more than 10 years now. So I started flying in yeah, in 2012. So I did my first big flight in 2012. So it's already quite a long time ago. Yeah.
Right. And Thomas, remember me, the flying is your job. I mean, you are working in the school, you are an instructor, are you?
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, exactly. So I have a flying school here in Graz together with Simon Oberrauner. And yeah, we have it since 2021. I took it over from my father in
Right.
2021, and yeah, so it's always a bit of a tricky balance, but yeah, I really like to be an athlete on one side and doing hike and fly competitions and having the flying school and teaching every week. Like 10 to 15 people something new about flying, and yeah, so really like what I do, and I really like the job together with Simon, and so yeah, that's our daily business. Yeah.
Right. Yes. So very good. So, Thomas, tell me something. We know that the Red Bull XAlp it's a solo pilot race, but also it's a team race. Tell me something
Yeah,
about
exactly.
the team you have prepared for this edition.
Yeah, I have pretty much the same team as in 2023. I have 4 people with me in the team. We have yeah, my main supporter is Markus Preis. He's a former mountain bike World Cup racer, and so he has a pretty good background in endurance sports, and he's also flying since 4 years already, I think.
Mhm.
And then I have two Italian pilots with me in the team. I have Luca Vanzi, who is a pretty good friend of mine, and also a super good pilot, and Manuel Hoffmann, who is also a great pilot. And yeah, some weeks ago I flew 270 kilometers with him together, and yeah, so it's always great to have someone in the team who is yeah, such a good pilot also. And yeah, and then I have a physiotherapist with me, Nina. She's a girl from Graz, and she will be with me. She's new in the team this year, and yeah, hope that the four guys and girls will
Right.
I hope it will work well in the race, but yeah, I have a really good feeling with the team now, and really trust them in all parts of the race. So yeah, looking forward to race with them. Yeah.
Right. You have two cars in the team or only one camper?
Yeah, exactly. We have a big Core California and my smaller California Beach, or the smaller California Beach. So we have two cars and 2 person per car. And so
Right.
in good and bad weather, we have really good support with this setup. I think. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I believe it's very important to have two cars this year because
Mm,
with so many valley to cross, for sure for
yeah,
you in flying, it's quite easy,
exactly,
but for them to drive and to follow you, it's
exactly.
not so easy.
Yeah.
So for sure,
Yeah.
yeah, it's better to
It's
have.
pretty interesting. The longest I waited for my supporters in 2023 was around 10 to 15 minutes, I think, in the whole
Uh,
race.
so they are always on your
So
back.
they
Yeah.
are always there. Yeah, they are always there.
Yes. So, what do you think, Thomas, about the route this year?
Yeah, it's a crazy route. It's the longest in the history of Red Bull XAlps, and also with quite many like difficult parts with the via ferratas, and yeah, not too easy. But yeah, in the end, I looked quite a lot at the route on online and on Google Earth, and looked at flights, and yeah, with the airspaces and everything, it's not getting easier. But for sure, every route is doable if the weather is good, and it's getting pretty difficult when the weather is bad. And
Yeah.
I think we have 3 or 4 main chain crossings. So yeah, it will not be easy for sure, but yeah, if the weather is good, everything is doable, and everything will be nice parts, and especially in the high mountains, I really like it, and so yeah,
Yes,
hope
sure.
hope
Yeah,
for the best, hope for the good weather.
yes, sure. This is also my feeling. When I saw it, I said,
Mm.
wow, if the weather is not so good, maybe it can be the first
Mm.
year that we don't see anybody showing up in 2 weeks because
Yeah, but
it's yeah,
we already said quite a lot of times that maybe it's not possible to do it, but in the end, it was always possible
always
somehow, for
possible.
at least for some athletes to do it, and
Yeah.
yeah, I think it will be the same this year. So hope for the best, hope for good weather. Right now, the weather is bad for quite long, so hope for good weather then at the exams. Yeah.
Yes. Thomas, what do you think about races this one, or also, for example, the Dolomiti Superfly last year, where all the pilots, I mean, the leading pilots arrive after so many days in competition, and they arrive all together. It means the level is so high now.
Yeah, exactly. So it's getting more and more, especially in a race like the Dolomiti Superfly we had. It was really much like competition flying. So we flew in a group of 4 or 5 people, and it was just all about racing in the air, really, and arriving at the turn points together. Then we hiked up again. Then maybe somebody was a bit in front, and then in the back again a bit. So yeah, but in the end, at the turn points, we arrived quite at the same time always. And yeah, in the end, it's about like in competition flying, it's about the small decisions in the end, and sometimes you take the right decision, and sometimes not, and yeah, but in the end, it's yeah, the level is getting higher and higher every year, and yeah, if the weather is good and if all pilots are in the air, it's extremely getting extremely fast. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Last edition, you arrived, if I don't remember bad, third at the prologue, and then within 1 day after Krieger, so very close to the
Yeah.
podium. Also, what do you think about this year? I believe the prologue is very nice because it's more compact over the town of Kitzbühel, and so it's more or less also your flying area. You are not too far from there.
Yeah, I have really luck. I was really lucky that I have Kitzbühel, the town of Kitzbühel, as a partner for this year's Red Bull XAlps, and I had the chance to be there for training for some days. Last week I was there and did some great flights and some good training hours there. So yeah, can't wait to be there for the pre-week and also for the prologue then. And yeah, like we said before, the level is getting super high, and also it will be really interesting in a race like in a short race like the prologue, to see where we can get. And yeah, hope also for good weather on the prologue day. Yeah.
Yes. Thomas, in your, let's say, according to the weather, because for sure the weather it's our king in flying. At the end,
Yeah.
we absolutely all depends on that. But what will it be your strategy? Do you prefer to try to push away right away, or to stay a little bit in the back and see how the race goes, and then keep some energy for the last days?
Yeah, it's always difficult. It's, yeah, like you said, it really depends on the weather. But I think for a strategy to push far in front, it's on the one hand it's super difficult, and on the other hand it's yeah, like it's cool to have. I really like to fly together with other people, and especially in the last edition in 2023, I had really the chance to fly a lot of parts together with Simon, with whom I'm training super much here at home, and he's one of my best friends. So yeah, that was great. And for this year's edition, it's also a bit of my wish that we can do big parts of the routes together, and to yeah, to see where we can go. And in the end, yeah, you always have to see what's your yeah, what you can do in the end. And then we will see. It's nearly 2 weeks of racing, and after that so many things can happen. And if it works out good, if the vibe is high, and if nothing unexpected happens, then sure, we hope to be in a good field, and to especially to finish again in Selamse after the 2 weeks.
Yes,
Yeah.
sure, sure. Thomas, I believe many pilots that are learning from your school, they also ask you to have some advice in order to become a top pilot like you. So, what do you reply to them? Which suggestion would you give to a younger pilot that would like to compete more and more in these high grade races?
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's on the one hand, it's really important to push in a sport where you want to get to the top, or where you want to get stronger. But yeah, really take not too big steps, and try to know your limits well, because if you can always be under your limit, but if you're just one step over it, sometimes yeah, it's getting dangerous. And what was always my focus in the races was getting back without an injury.
Yeah.
And I think that's also the most important thing for me this year again. And to get to the goal in Salamse would be great, but the biggest goal is for sure to have no injury, and get back safe after the 2 weeks. Yeah.
Yes, sure. Absolutely. I agree with you. So, are you flying a standard wing, or you made some customization on the wing?
Yeah, we are flying the new Skyward XAlps 6, and yeah, it's quite similar to the serial version of the XAlps, but it's a bit lighter. And yeah, it's a bit yeah, some little differences to the serial version, but yeah, quite the same than the new serial version. But yeah, since I got the glider some months ago, I yeah, really love it. So I think I never had a glider which I liked more in the air. For it's super fast and super stable. So yeah, I can't wait to to fly with it also in the competition. Yeah.
To prove it, I see. Wow. Thomas, I have one last question that I asked to all the pilots, and I got so many different replies, so I really love this one. Everybody of us has a magic moment in flying. Can be maybe flying during a sunset or I don't know, with a bird or whatever. What is your magic moment in paragliding?
My magic moment in paragliding, I think I think there are so many, because you have so many emotional and great moments in paragliding, and especially in cross country flying. And it's really hard to count every moment, but I think one of my really greatest moments in flying was at the Red Bull XAlps in 2023, where we flew from Cimatosa to Sexton. And I had a really great flight across the whole Dolomites. It was the cloud base was on, I think, near 4,000, and
Wow.
it was really great flight and great conditions. And that was, I think, one of my magic moments in my flying career since ever since. Yeah.
Right, yes. And I remember it was also strong wind condition. It was a tough flight, that one. Eh?
I was pretty lucky because I was a bit behind, and the wind was not that strong anymore. So
Ah,
and also I was the cloud burst was super high, and so but like always in flying, what I learned, especially maybe in the last 2 years, or since the last XAlps, is it's so different, the wind conditions in different areas. So you cross one mountain and get into another valley, and the wind is completely different. So it's really important sometimes to stay open and don't be too influenced by maybe some wind stations with much wind, or some moments in the air where you relieve pretty much wind, and then you get over the next mountain and the wind is completely changed.
changed.
So
Yeah.
so I was pretty lucky with this flight, I think, yeah. Because the others were really telling me that there was quite much wind
Yeah,
this
sure,
day.
sure. Okay, so Thomas, thank you very much for this interview. We look forward to see you at the start, at the prologue first, and then at the start. All the best for the race, for you and the team. And I will be there also in person to see the starting. So I will
Perfect.
say hello also to you. And thanks again very much for the interview.
Perfect. So see you in Kitzbühel, and thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Have a nice day. Ciao.